The next stage, now that we've got our final and favourite one organised, is creating a working drawing. So on your design comparison, you came up with your favourite one that scored the highest. Just get a little copy of that picture for me and put it onto the top here on the working drawing page. All I'm going to see for working drawing is just lots of lines, so that would be really useful. So make sure that you have got your final favourite design opened up in Inventor. You want to go to File, New and Drawing. It may take a little while to load, just be patient with it. But it comes up with this lovely great big page here. And we're going to basically turn it into lots of little drawings. So we need to click on Base up here and choose the base view. I strongly suggest that you do the base view as the actual front, so what you would see if you were looking at it front on. So as you can see there, mine says front already, yours might not, and that's okay. So make sure you've got that one. So we'll click there, and then we can go above and sideways. It's really faint, but if you look carefully around where my arrow is, you should see little lines, like a little rectangle. Now if we go up in a straight line, can you see it moving up with it? If you left click, it shows you another view. So that's the top looking down on my bumblebee as if I was in the sky. And then the same again, if you look very carefully, you will see the little box around the outside. And when I click, it shows me the side of my bumblebee. So it's really important that you collect these three views. So you want the front, the top, which is above it, and the side, which is to the side of it. Those three views collected together create what we call an orthographic drawing. They have to be displayed in this L shape and they have to be parallel. So please have a go at creating those. And the last one I want you to do is over in this top corner. If you go at an angle to the ones that are already on there and you click in that corner, it creates this sort of angular drawing here. That is an isometric view of your work, so that is technically a whole other working drawing that we've got available. Click OK, and it converts them into lines. Now if I zoom in, you can see not only does it create the outline as a solid line, but you can see the inside where it's hollow as a dotted line. So on an orthographic drawing, these are what we call hidden detail lines. So they're there, but you wouldn't see them. You can even see the little dotted lines for the holes, look, for the string to go through. So if I zoom back out, there we go. So we've got our orthographic display here with an isometric one at the top. What you can do to it is add dimensions. Now bear in mind that when you send work off or a design off to a manufacturer, they need to see the dimensions to know how big it is. So they've got the different views, they've got the hidden details, and now they need the dimensions. So what you want to do up at the top is click on Annotate. And we're going to annotate our work with dimensions. So these are really easy. You don't have to do it on all of them because remember some of the dimensions will be potentially the same, but we can click on various points, like that is the widest section of the bumblebee. So if I zoom in, you can see that that tells me how wide the bumblebee is at his biggest point that way. There's no point doing it down here because it will be exactly the same dimension. So just do it once And then we're going to get the dimension of the circle. And let's have the dimension of the interior, where our actual plant is going to go inside. So the only dimension we've really got missing is this one here, which goes the other direction. Look, there we go. You could add the dimension of the little tip to the front just in case. And then if you have a look at doing it on circles, if you just click and drag, you actually get the diameter of a circle. Now, the way that these are written in Inventor, they're all in millimeters, and these lines that come straight down with arrows to the side, this is actually how it would be sent off to a manufacturer. It shows what we call British standards. So these are measurements that have to be displayed like that. This circle with a line through is the British standard symbol for the diameter, so not the radius, the diameter of this circle. Right, so I'm just going to move these a little bit closer together. So the way you want to do that is hover over it until you see the line on the outside, and then just carefully move it. Make sure that you've still got it so that the front is there, the top above it, and the side next to it. But that will just make it a little bit easier for you to take a snipping tool of and put it on your work for me. So if I do that, there we go. So we're going to take a snip of the whole of that. And then I want you to move it and shrink it so that it is in that red box for me, please. And that will be your working drawing, showing all the views, all the hidden detail, and all of the dimensions.